Hello, good morning, everyone. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, from that time I was speaking, no one replied whether I'm audible or not. Okay, so now who is going to start up with the presentation? And I told you people to give the list or the topic I haven't received. So the first person, hopefully, Lokamitra, you gave me the topic yesterday itself. Can you start up with your discussion on the
Ma'am,
topic?
I didn't prepare PPT, ma'am. So I know
No
only the
PPT.
brief.
I don't. No. I didn't never ask you to prepare a PPT. You have to
Okay.
just explain what you have understood and throw some light with respect to the ongoing facts in the present world. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, I have chosen the topic on engineering design, which is covered in module 2, that is
Okay.
product design.
Okay.
Then the engineering design is a discipline which makes and alters ideas as well as concepts into the product, which
Hmm.
fulfills the requirements and needs for the customers.
Okay.
Then engineers involving in the design group combines with an idea of science and technologies and having creative idea to develop products with more innovative things and compact sizes.
Hmm.
Then in order to design product, engineer has to uh, pass some hurdles, like some steps in order to continue whether this solution is feasible or not.
Hmm.
So the firstly the engineer has to create an idea or create an image of the project, whether
Okay.
it is feasible for the society and is very used to the customers or not. So
Okay.
he needs to identify the design which it
Hmm.
contains the listing of products and the function of the product and
Hmm.
the customer requirements and the expectation of the products to the customers.
Okay.
So then after identification, he conducts researches and development in a product.
Okay.
So so that he can know that the product is um,
Product
so that
is.
the uh, product will be in a good way or not in a bad way. So he will take an advice of other departments and expertise people,
Hmm.
and he will discuss with them so that the product will be in a adaptive manner or not.
Hmm.
So after having an expertise assistance, he will
Hmm.
take an plan where the product will again move further with the plans and then prepare a prototype of it and then checking the making a test on the prototypes whether it's properly or whether it is and about it ergonomics and everything else. Then
Okay.
the engineer produces the design and leaves it to the company so that the company can sell the products to the customers. That's it, ma'am.
Okay, so you spoke about the product design in actual. So what is
Yes.
now currently the trend of new type of product design which is coming out?
New type means the already the products which are designed are getting into a newer version of it, ma'am.
Yeah, so I'm asking you the in ancient time there was a very antique type of design process, right? Which
Yes,
was
ma'am.
been going on, and later the different type of design process came into picture. And now, with respect to the latest technologies and innovative concepts, in actual there is some modification in design process also. Have you gone through it?
No, ma'am.
At least what idea you are aware of. Even you went on to some internship also, right, in some companies. Which
Yes, ma'am.
profile domain was in you were working?
I was into quality control.
Okay. What aspects of quality improvement you studied over there?
There I was in sampling team, ma'am.
Okay, you were in sampling team. Did you understand something? What are the aspects which you have to come across to improve the quality? Any aspects of Six Sigma you came approach in that company?
Six Sigma they didn't teach, ma'am. They told about some quality control circles side.
Okay, okay. Some part, there is some percentage of light they have just thrown related to Six Sigma. Fine, that's okay, leave. So now, related to the new technologies, there is some fine-tuning activities which is being developed in design process also. So did you check into that aspect?
No, ma'am, not it.
Please have a look into it. There is some slight modifications, and now everywhere people are going on with product development with virtual type. I explained you that also. So related with that also, there is different theoretical mapping with the design process. With respect to product structure matrix also, there is some relevation going on related to product design. So some fine tuning part is been taking place. So you have to keep yourself updated with respect to the ongoing trends in the markets and organization other than the textbook funda what you are studying. Okay, so in the
Okay.
examination, you will be able to explain by your own. There is nothing in the subject to mug up and display. If you understand the concept, if you know one case study in each module, you can explain any answer which is being asked in the examination. Okay, only thing you
Okay.
should be knowing the concept and how to deliver with a good example, qualitative way, not just filling the papers. Filling the papers will not fetch you marks. It should be with respect to the question, relevant what you have to understand. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Anything else you want to inform?
Nothing, ma'am.
Fine, then what's your USA number,
Mine
Lokmitra?
is 72.
72. Okay,
Yes,
16 series, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, next, Mr. Abai, you are there? Abai?
Ma'am, I'm not prepared for the
Not
question yet.
prepared, no worry, nothing is needed to get prepared. Okay, so what is our subject topic? You let me know.
I didn't go through that also.
Don't go through it. You have listened to my classes, right? Until now?
Yes, ma'am. But then I'll
Yeah,
I, I'll I'll do it next week for sure, ma'am.
it's okay. Now you just answer me in general. Next week, you please come up with a topic. Okay, so which is the topic, which is the subject name, what I'm teaching to you all?
Product life cycle management.
Right. How can you define what you mean by a product?
Um,
In your own words, don't get tensed, nothing. Just you have to be able to at least throw something. You have dealt all 5 modules with good examples, case studies. In general, you should be able to speak something, no? After so many classes of lectures, what I have taken. So how do you define a product? Why a life cycle is necessary? I'm not asking you to explain any different stages of life cycle. For that, you have to prepare and come. But this life cycle I have told in each and every module, irrespective of the content. See that that's there in your mind. So can you just let me know why a life cycle of a product is needed and what do you mean by a product in your own words, what you have understood as a layman?
okay. So product is something that is manufactured that can be used, that can be sold. So
Right.
uh, that's about product and about life cycle. It's about
Abhay?
yes, ma'am. I'm not getting the thing. So it is basically a management of the, from the design to the marketing of the or the different steps in production is called the life cycle of it.
Okay, it has different stages. Why the marketing strategy is needed in putting a product into the market?
Uh, so it, to generate the product in the shortest time period and also to minimize the production costs. So such things are very dependent on the life cycle of the product, like how it's manufactured and all those stuff.
Usually people do some campaigns related to the product that why they do this campaign before the product comes into the market, yeah, after it comes into the market, or in both the cases.
Both the cases.
Why it is needed in both the cases?
I guess to first is to understand the market, what the market is, and then the other one is to actually push the product to the market. That's the reason why they do marketing.
How it helps in increasing the turnover, the profit of a particular product?
So more outcome is there out of the product, so then there is more income also.
Okay, marketing people, what they do exactly in a market to see that the product captures the market and it helps good sales. It is mostly important in the growth and the introduction part, right?
Yes.
Then in the maturity stage, it will enjoy profit. So during growth and the introduction part, a vital role of marketing strategy is essential from marketing people. You told us, so that you agree, and that is right also. So what will be the pain and effort of these people during these two stages in general? You have seen many, I think you might have purchased your two-wheeler also, so you will be knowing what is the market trend for your current vehicle what you are having. So even you can take an example of a bike, a car, or whatever which is more familiar to you, and answer me.
Ma'am, I didn't get your question.
Suppose a new product is there in the market. Okay, suppose a new bike has come into the market, so the marketing people will be having more effort, they have more work during the growth period of this new vehicle and introduction of this vehicle into the market. So what all the marketing strategies the marketing people will implement during the campaigning work before the vehicle is into the market and after the vehicle is into the market?
So before the vehicle is into the market, they do the promotions, about the features and all the stuff, and they does the product what's it from mainly promotions and other stuff. After that, they do the sales by giving offers and all the stuff. That's the post marketing, post this thing.
Yeah, why do they give offers?
To get more customers.
To get more customers. So do they give offer for life period of time or for some time period only? If so, why?
They give the offers only for some period of time.
Why?
Because after they have the customers, they just have,
Yes, tell me. Aram se you can tell.
Yeah, so only initially to attract the customers, and after that they will come by themselves or something like that. So
yeah, initially to attract the customers they do give the offers so that growth rate will slightly increase, but if they keep on maintaining this offer for a longer period of time they can't earn a good profit. So once they have grabbed some amount of the range of customers, so when the profit range has started, right, at that time they cancel the offers. So then it goes on increasing as the profit range increases and no offers will be there. Even the customers will come to know that this product is a good one and we can purchase it and it has good quality and services everything. They'll be aware of the product on the whole and they will get a good sales until it comes down for the decline stage. So at the saturation level no offers will be there, only during the initiation of the growth level. At the growth level the profit will be zero when it starts the growth level. So to maintain certain amount what they have put forward, they need some people to grab the market. For that reason, they provide the offers such that they get minimum amount of customers to start up with the profit curve. So once the profit curve has been started, they can slightly reduce the offers and completely it will be on MRP at the time when the profit has increased. So this is one of the strategy. Apart from that, there are other strategies also what the marketing people do. It goes on varying upon which type of product you are selling.
Yeah.
Fine, Abhay. Okay, you haven't prepared, but still, okay, fine, you have answered, and you just come out with a topic what you will answer. Can you just throw a light on virtual reality if you come across something related to what you mean by it? What is its important in our product development?
Instead of physically knowing what is the production rate, you can virtually understand what will be the future environment or the situation coming further.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
instead of, yeah, it's basically simulating the actual environment virtually. Virtual.
Yes, it is only simulating. You won't do anything else apart from simulation.
Uh, no.
No, please go on through the last module. We have dealt right from design, virtual design to virtual analysis, virtual simulation, virtual prototyping, virtual manufacturing. And then once you yield with a customized result, you will be going directly with the mass scale production without making physical prototype. Okay, so these
Okay.
all things are done in a virtual environment using virtual reality software, which will be embedded with many other IT enabled technology softwares, which will be operated by virtual team people. No people will be together in working on this aspect. Every member in virtual team will be located in different geographical areas, what I told you in the last day case study as well, while managing the virtual team. So you should be knowing throughout the entire concept. That's fine, you have answered without preparation. I appreciate. So in the next class, you come up with a new topic. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, good. Your USN number, please.
002.
002. Abai, right? 16
Yeah.
series. Yeah, Mr. Taslim, good morning. You're there.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah. Which is the topic you have selected?
Ma'am, in yes, ma'am. In module 2, product design, I will select like a strategy for recovery at the end of the product life.
Everyone, the title what you have selected, you have to mail me in the Google Classroom. I told yesterday only, I haven't received. Those who haven't updated, kindly share your title in the Google Classroom because I have to consider that as a part of your IA marks.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
instead of making you people write case study, you won't give much effort. You'll just do copy paste. So I'm trying to improve your communication skill and knowledge also. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Taslim, your USN number?
412, ma'am. 17 series.
17 series 412. Diploma student, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Taslim. Your
Yeah,
title is on
yeah,
product
ma'am.
design related to the strategies.
Yes, ma'am. Strategies for recovery at the end of the product life.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. In this recovery at the end of the product life, every companies will be tried to means every product after being used for the certain period of time, it will be reached at the stage for the retirement stage because it's like its quality, size, like color, and all are will be uh, all will be uh, reached at the end of the stage like retirement means its quality should be reduced. Because of this each and every company must be capable of taking these types of recovery of the product so that the energy saving of this energy will be possible. And also this strategy will require to the end of the product so that we can reduce the time as well as the loss of the product, and we can reuse the product from the again from initial stage. Because of the requiring of this product life, it should comes across the different stages like reuse, remanufacturing, and reconditioning and recycling. In the reuse in this reuse stage, the product will be disassembling, but the product will be in the form of working condition, but also we can modify some more. We have to add that one because to satisfy the customer needs, and also to give the more quality to the component, like part also. And this the reuse of the product is also tell as reassemble stage. In remanufacturing, here the product will be meted to the specification as the product will be present in the company as a new form. But in remanufacturing, like I will give example, like for a vehicle, for two-wheeler vehicle, in that remanufacturing means the engines will be remanufacturing again and again, depends upon the same specification as they are took in the starting point. And reconditioning of the product, like it should be satisfied the specification as it will be in the original specification. From the starting specification, it will be follow the entire process up to the quality of the product will be increased. Then recycling, it will shows the product of the material to disposal or collect, like it should be recycling again and again, depends upon the type of the product need in the market. That time also the product will be recycled. If the needs, if the quality of the, if the customer needs the different quality or size or shape, then the recycling process will be can be changed to the remanufacturing stage. Here there depends upon the customer needs, the product will be manufactured. But by using these recovery at the end of the life, so that the company will reduce the losses and increase its profit, and also maintain the brand name of the product. Okay,
Over.
just yes, ma'am.
You spoke regarding the strategies of required at the end of the product life cycle. I agree with the things what you told. So now, how about the strategies what you implement at the end of the life cycle? How it will be reflected back on our PLM cycle? Can you throw some light on it?
Reflected back, like ma'am, that the product life cycle means it will be required to the initial stage, depends upon the depends upon the need for the customer and the product. If we can change some design or specification or something, ma'am, that time we have to uh, come from initial stage, from raw material stage to the finished stage. But in a in a PLM, ma'am, that product lifecycle management, these are the steps we are initially go across before manufacturing any product, with the help of uh, uh, like uh,
Yeah, relax and tell, don't worry. No, what I wanted to tell you is when you put some strategies at the end of the life cycle, so you can do remanufacture. You told that you will be remanufacturing depending upon the strategies
yes, ma'am.
implemented. So when you apply the concept of remanufacturing, so you will be developing a new product. So that will be in the stage of the growth or the introduction
Yes,
stage, right? So at the
yes,
same
ma'am.
time, the existing product which has covered its saturation period will be in the stage of decline stage. So the
Yes, ma'am.
first product which was in the market enjoying the profit at saturation level, now it is coming towards a decline stage. So at towards a decline stage, it won't be having much amount of the profit. So it will be coming down. But due to the strategies, you are making the same product with some changes after remanufacturing, which is already in the growth. So the product of the same company which is in the growth period, its sales and returns will not affect the product which is in the decline stage because both are of the same company. So the same company will enjoy the sales again immediately with a newer version. So you can see
Yes,
the growth rate for the new version of the product and a decline version for the existing product in the market. So that you should be able to show the profit increase and decline of the profit for the existing. So that you have to replicate in the life cycle. That's what I wanted you to answer me.
Okay, ma'am, and also it depends upon the demand and supply in the market also.
Right,
When we
right.
manufacture a new market, sorry, a new product, it depends on the demand and supply. If the demand will be more, then the supply will be like that.
Yeah, if the demand, no, when the demand, if the demand is removed, then only the product will come to the decline stage. So when there is a new demand on the same product, the company should be able to remodify it by going by re-engineering, yeah, reverse engineering, whatever, so that you will make the changes as per the requirement of the new demands, and hence it helps in having the new product with the increasing growth rate. Okay, so that's what I wanted to inform you.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Anything else?
No, that's it, ma'am.
Please go through the concept, understand, don't mug up anything or read from the books. If you understand the concept, you can tell in your own words, even in the examination. Only thing you should be knowing proper block diagrams, proper flow charts, the strategy names, and you can explain in your own words if you know the concept. But don't write any stories there. Only concepts you have to write properly to gain more marks. Okay? Keep
Okay,
that in
ma'am.
mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Stay back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next, Gouda, you're here. Yeah,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. Yeah, what is the topic? Your
Phases
USN?
of PLM, ma'am.
USN, USN
1BI16 ME073, ma'am.
073.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ma'am.
tell me. Your topic
Phases of
name?
PLM, ma'am.
Phases of PLM. Okay. Tell me now.
There are 5 phases in product life cycle model, and
Hmm.
in each phase the product is in different state. The first
Hmm.
phase of PLM is create.
Hmm.
Here in the first phase, the starts with the product requirement analysis and planning. Like for example, the functioning the product must perform, its features and requirements the product must meet. Like for example, when we take a ladder, it must be it must be made of certain materials and it must be light in weight and withstand suitable weight, provide safety and easy to handle and store. And here in this first phase, it must be ensured that all the components that make up the product are fully defined accordingly. And the second phase is design. The product design is based on conceptualization of product. It takes into account the details of how the product will perform its intended function in an efficient, safe, and reliable manner. And here, even in this phase, there are many tests are taken, in test are conducted like say computer aided analysis, computer aided quality for dimensional tolerance analysis are carried out, ma'am. And the next phase is
Okay.
build. In this third phase involves the method of manufacturing the product. The design of the product must be analyzed and the material listed in the bill of materials must be pro- procured. Further, the bill of process must be developed to specify the various operations and the sequence of operations that are to be carried out in order to manufacture the desired part. And the next phase is support. Here, the supporting team initially builds awareness of the product among the potential customers through advertisements and personal demonstration, or means like through any media. They will give an advertisement of the advertisement of the product to the customers. And the last phase is service. So in this service, the life cycle to improve the life cycle of the product, there will be they give us services and support information for repair and maintenance. Yes, ma'am. That's all.
Okay, okay, you have explained me the phases. Can you throw me some light on how many types of phases are there? Phases of life cycle are associated with a product. I have explained you the concepts and the phases right from the beginning before the product is into the market. So even the design process has its own life cycle. The product into the market has a life cycle, what you told right now, right?
Yes.
So like that, for every individual items what we process also, they are life cycles. What I've thrown some light related to it even in 5th module as well as in the 2nd module. So can you just grab entire thing and just justify in your own words?
So,
Every stage in the design process has a life cycle. Even the design, the planning, right, the modeling, the simulation, the preliminary design, after all those completion only the product will be manufactured. So after the product is manufactured, this PLM we are speaking only with respect to the market intervention. So before it is intervened into the market, the preliminary stage where the design is done, you have a life cycle for the design. So what are the time associated related to that particular design aspects you have? And similarly, you have it for manufacturing analysis and simulation has a certain period of time. So it has its own cycle. After that, you do the prototyping, simulation, analyzing, and prototyping. That has a specific life cycle. All this I explained you related to items, life cycle of individual items in your 5th module. So I'm telling you to just speak about the importance of these life cycle phases on the whole on a product. Suppose you take an example of a pen. Okay, manufacturing a pen has many concepts, right from selecting the idea and later the conceptual design for it, which material you're going to select. You will run and modeling and simulation part, whether it works properly. And then if needed, you have to do the prototype and then you go for actual manufacturing. So every stage has certain period of time. So all these stages could be called as different items. So every item will be having its own life cycle. So all are considered on the whole as different stages or phases which come across in an individual product, irrespective of what it is. Okay.
yes.
What you told is only associated with the life cycle phases when the product is into the market. But before it comes to the market, every phases has its own life cycle, which is explained you in the 5th module. That also you should understand. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, fine. Anything
Okay.
else you want to tell?
No, nothing. Thanks.
Yeah, welcome. Kevin, you are here? Kevin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, what's the topic you have selected?
Ma'am, my topic is based on concept of redesign of product from Module 3 product development.
Module 3, your USN number?
068, ma'am.
068. 16 series only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please. You can start.
So, ma'am, in today's market, most companies redesign or to create new products. Redesign improves product quality and reduces cycle time. However, these techniques they limit innovation. They modify a single reference product that's based on their history of previous products, which closely matches user needs based on their feedback or depending on the demand for the demand from the needs of the product based on, in the market, and only introduce new products when major conflicts exist between the user needs and the existing products. So the approach combines two or more distinct reference designs that depends on how on the designs that they have been actually working on that satisfies these needs of the users into a single new product. So the product is basically a modification of the previous existing product. The process creates design conflicts. The induced conflicts simulate innovation. Because of these conflicts, they come into a problem. This problem, what it does is the The problem, what it does is they approach it in a different manner so that this problem can be rectified, and this will help in giving the customers their needs in the market. So or what they do is why they don't go for a product of existing they don't go for redesigning of existing products is because it takes a lot of cycle time. So because the new product, they have to first do research, they have to do market analysis, which takes a lot of time. Plus they have to again research from the beginning on the technical needs and the demands of the users. So so the important consideration in redesign is to first identify customer needs, establish target specifications based on the customer's needs, analyze competitive products of the same market, generate productive concepts, select a concept for the product, refine specifications, and perform economic analysis.
That's all.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. You told redesign will take a long period of time, but I have thrown some concept related to PDM. Hope you remember what you mean by PDM.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that?
Product development manufacturing.
Product data management.
Sorry, ma'am.
It's in first module, right? PLM with PDM. So what was the main intention of PDM? Is to grab the data, everything in its database, which are being embedded while designing an actual new product in the beginning. So when you are integrating PLM with that of PDM, so this PDM will help you to store all the required relevant data right from the design concept, material selection, to the mathematical modeling you do, simulation, virtual prototyping, everything will be stored in product data management. So when there is a need for redesign, it won't take so much of time in order to redesign, because all the data related to it will be in existence in the database of PDM. So when you integrate PDM with that of PLM in the companies, there will be no chance for having a longer period of time, as you told. If PDM is not integrated, then what you told, I'll agree with it. But with the concept of PDM, when you're studying, you should tell that it could be done in a quicker rate because of PDM. And even the design engineer will select a design. Many people will give different designs. So out of that, a single design which is more competitive will be selected. So that competitive design will be built in such a way that it will be able to have some accessories on it for finer versions or finer configuration in future. So when the design is embedded in such a way that even the design supports the remodifications. So the level of design itself should be in such a way so that it can upgrade into newer versions in future. And with that concept of design, if you have built a product into the market, and if a redesign is needed, and if PDM is intervened with PLM in the company or the organization in which the product is manufactured, you can redesign in quicker rate because everything needed, the data for that will be available in the company. So redesign could be done as per the requirement of the customers and throw into the market in a faster rate. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
But,
Yeah, please tell me.
But what I was explaining about the longer process was based on new products, ma'am.
Okay.
So I was saying actually it takes a faster time in redesigning the existing products. New products, as
Okay.
you were explaining about PDM and PLCM, because that again data management, because again it takes a lot of time to actually input the data to manage it, right?
See. Okay. When you are telling about a new product, so this virtual concept of product development will be very helpful. So virtual team will help you in throwing the product into the market at a faster rate, where you'll be having every team members located in different geographical area. That will also help in increasing the GDP of a product. So always a new product will be in a loss if it is done in country, in-house, in a single organization. It should be always fragmented, decentralized with virtual teams. Then the new product will enjoy profit to 90%.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You explained well, Kevin. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next, Mr. Chetan Hambal, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What's your name and USN?
Chetan number and USN is 16ME071.
16ME071. Yeah. What's your topic?
PLM feasibility study, ma'am, from model 1.
PLM feasibility study. Okay. It's an humble request for everyone, those who have completed the presentation also, kindly write your name, USN number and the topic what you have presented in the Google Classroom today only. I have to keep the database with the updation. Yeah, Chetan, carry on.
Thank you. Feasibility study is usually conducted in the initial conceptual or an idea stage of product development. The purpose of feasibility study is to identify the potential problems and to determine whether the idea related in developing or modifying the product will work or not. The feasibility study should be concluded in the form of report so as to provide an evidence for a project's effectiveness and to give supportive reasons to undertake the project for developing or modifying the product. The conclusion will be discuss methods on how a proposed idea can be succeeded and uh, the PLM feasibility study, we have 5 areas. The areas are like business or the product descriptions, market feasibility, technical feasibility, organization feasibility, and financial or economical feasibility. So let us discuss about the business or a product descriptions. The study mainly focus on the objectives of organization, methodology, facilities, and equipments, available business process, people, purpose of the product, its features and life cycle, the product delivery, legal issues related to the product, etc. In case of business or product descriptions, the study related to the product will be based on the forecast of the existing and the future demand or usage of the product. And if we discuss about the market feasibility, this study mainly focuses on the current and the future market potentials, product demand, and uh, comp- competition from other companies and comparisons to sales estimations uh, and buyers. Market analysis is critical to the success of a product and organizations. If you and the technical feasibility study focuses on the technology needed for the product development, resources available to the organizations, materials and labors required, like software and hardware requirements, outscoring details, and etc. And the organizational feasibility study focuses on the professional background of the people in the organization, their capabilities and the skills for accomplishing the tasks, organizations legal structure supports required from the companies, etc. And if we discuss about the economical or the financial feasibility, the study related to the financial just focuses on the breakup and the total estimated cost involved in the product development, amount of funding or startup the capital needed and available of sources of revenues, return or investment of or the positive positive economic benefits of the organizations, investment of the market product, and sensitive in the repayment capability of the factors like time delaying, increase in materials or labor's cost, uh, adversing economic conditions, etc.
Done.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you understand from this feasibility study? Why feasibility study is essential in any product?
The studies helps us to know the product descriptions and how the product can be maintained, and in case of market, and even in case of technology, how we can manufacture the product, and it also allows us to study the demand of the customers, and the present market, what is the need of the present market, and what is the economy present economy of the product costs, and technical facilities, ma'am.
Okay. So, did you surveyed any company or organization how a feasibility study on a particular product is done? If you haven't checked it, okay, at least can you just explain in 2 or 3 sentences if you have studied?
Yeah, ma'am. In case of let us talk about the company, a company that if it is producing some product,
Hmm.
The main point is that the requirements of the customers. They just
Right.
focus on the requirements of the customers and the
Hmm.
needs, what they are in need.
Hmm.
And later when the product is about to reach the market, and they just discuss about the cost of the product,
Hmm.
at what particular cost the product may be sold, or what will be the economy and the cost of the product, that is just discuss about it.
Okay, fine. Good, Chetan. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
So I'll go to the next student. Mr. Arvind, you are here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what's your topic?
My topic is product recycling, ma'am, from second module.
Product recycling. Okay, your USN?
16ME074, ma'am.
16ME074. Yeah, please, you can start.
Okay, ma'am. To tell about the product recycling, let me tell about what is recycling. Recycling refers to the process by which product materials destined for disposal are collected and they are processed and remanufactured into new products, ma'am.
Right.
The process aims to recover the raw materials from used products in order to conserve the value of the raw material. Recycling can be the most prevalent strategy for waste management in many sectors of mostly industrial countries for years.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell about the various benefits by recycling and getting the raw materials.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
Firstly, recycling saves energy. Making products from recycling materials results in energy saving because more energy is required to extract, refine, transport, and process raw material to the desired shape, size, and finish. This also means that more time and costs are involved for making products with raw materials.
Right.
Overall, recycling saves energy, time, and money in making products.
Okay.
Let me go to the second point, which is recycling saves natural resources. Recycling helps in conserving natural resources by minimizing the extraction of fresh raw materials from the earth through mining and forestry. Recycling
Okay.
helps to conserve important raw materials and protects natural habitat for the future. In future, there will be lack of can work the protect the environment. Land incineration.
Arvind, your voice is breaking.
Let me go on point. Am I audible? No?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Okay. Recycling helps to protect the environment. Recycling reduces the amount of waste sent to landfills and incineration, and that is this waste treatment process, which reduces substantial air and water pollution resulting from extraction of raw material. That is, while extracting the raw materials, we were getting the air and water polluted. Those can be reduced. This extraction included mining, quarrying, etc., and reduces greenhouse gas emission, thereby protecting the natural environment and sustaining the
Substantial
planet.
yeah.
Sustaining the planet for future generations. Let me go on to the fourth point, that is recycling can generate more revenues. That is, the slight cost saving from recycling helps to reduce the product cost, which in turn attracts more customers. That is, when the cost is less, the customers get attracted more, and it is something beneficial, generating more revenues to the company and having an edge over other competitors. This gains more revenues to the company, and this company becomes competitor for other companies also.
Okay.
Let me go on to the fifth point, that is recycling enhances business reputation. Possibilities regarding attracting new customers, enhance channels with contacts, and improve by demonstrating the company's environmental responsibility can be met through recycling efforts. Business reputation can thereby be enhanced.
Okay. Done?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Yeah, fine. So about recycling, so we have some factors which product could be recycled and which cannot be recycled. So can you tell me something about that? Every product which has been manufactured, which has gone to the market, which has completed its life cycle cannot be recycled. There are some factors which justifies whether this product could be recycled and reused or not. Again, it depends upon many aspects. So with what factors a product could be recycled, you tell me.
I'm not getting this.
Suppose if any product, okay, so a pen, after the usage, the refill of the pen is over, so this pen is made up of plastic, so you'll just throw this pen into the dustbin, or this could be recycled and used again?
It will be thrown to the dustbin.
Why it will be thrown to the dustbin? Why it won't be recycled?
Because recycling, we won't recycle it.
No, we won't. I'm not speaking about whether we recycle or not. All the products, the people who have manufactured the product will be taking care whether these products should be recycled or not. It depends upon the material through which the product is manufactured. Is the material through which manufactured is eco-friendly? If it is not harmful to the human beings, if the material cost is more, and if it could be easily recycled. So these are the main three factors. Apart from this, there are again 3 to more factors. So which surveys whether the product in the market which has reached the decline stage falls into the category of recycling or not. If those points are accepted for that particular product, then only approval will be given for recycling of the material. So once it is recycled, you will get a new version of the old material, which could be redesigned to any kind of product which has been needed. So there are some factors always related to how you can select a product which can be recycled or not. So you have to speak about those aspects also when you speak about recycling. I hope you haven't gone through those factors. So please have a look related to that also. Okay. And if you can refer to some companies or organization related to recycling also, they'll tell you the factors based on what they are recycling it. You'll get from the book as well as through the case studies also. So only I'm telling you, any topic you select, keep updated both in-house and out related to that topic. So then you'll be knowing the full information about it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Take care. Have a nice day. Stay back. So next is
Okay, ma'am.
Tejasvi. You're there.
Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, please. Your topic, new product development.
Development, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Import.
Wait. Let me write your name and USN. What's your USN?
1 P BY16 ME075.
ME075.
75.
Okay, please start.
Today my topic is new product development. New product development, usually marketed as innovation, seems to be necessary due to the number of factors. In If you compare in any company, a new product development should be a exact thing, so they can compete with other companies with the product producing new concepts or essential products, so that they can give a competition to other companies. Let's see the points. What are the factors that can be reached? Changes in market. Today's consumers market is more in dynamic for compared to past. It keeps on changing due to varied customers, increasing liability rate, global market and heavy competitions and available of number of situations. See to that in today's situation, market is increasing in every aspects, and competitors are growing in all the ways. So the one new products takes competitor with several ways in every aspects. So that a company should also targeting in changes in to look after the graph and the environment of the challengers and the competitors around us. Let us move to second point. Changes in technology. Advancement in science and technology has been growing a developing product with better performance characteristics and cost, even compared to existing one. Like I told in first point itself, technology and science is growing in like a fraction of seconds, and new products and are with advanced technology, they're coming into the this market, so that our product should also meet our should also meet new technology in all aspects also. Third point, increasing competitions. The increased competition between existing companies coupled with new companies and individuals through free enterprises and open markets is one of the primary reason for new product development. See, if competitor are increasing, we should also see to that compete what are the things they are able to compete us furthermore from our product, and we should keep on updating our competition with the other products also. Diversification of risk. Every product will inevitably carry out some sort of risk and failures. If you develop a product, there will be some risks to take between that product, so that we can come up with so much of challenges and to face with our products. And reputation on goodwills, to increase image and reputation as well as an innovative and dynamic companies, new product are developed. If you develop any product, the reputation should be good, so that a named brand or a company name that will make the reputation good for that product also. If that product is new also, that company's brand or reputation will help to grow the product in bigger way. Utilization and excess capacity. Excess capacity may be in form of production capacity or human skills. To utilize maximum plant and material capacity, a company may option to developing a new product. For developing a new product, a company's capacity and this material capacity should be utilized, and the skill of employment should also be utilized in a good manner, so that if the product is reached some of more growth, the production requirement will be also will be high, so that we should reach the customer within all aspects to providing the our products to all of them, to reach the product to everyone. Seasonal fluctuations. To meet the product demand due to the seasonal fluctuation, new production and developed. Apart from achieving customer requirements, attractive business can also be maintained in spite of variation occurring due to seasonal changes. in seasonal changes, like if a product is required in that season itself, and rather than that season it is not accepted in other seasons and all. So that we should make plan that if the season is starting, we have to do the marketing and all, so that the product is been sold in all the seasons, and by making some offers and giving some discounts and all. Growth and development. When it is not possible to accelerate growth rate by existing production, the company preferred to develop a new product to expand its marketing, maximizing sales and earn more profit. Um, if the company's growth should be and development should be high, it should concentrate on existing product, and also think to develop a new advanced and updated product, so that it should make some sense of like upcoming, and it should also compete, and it should be updated with like, see, you can see that for mobile phones are like that and all, they were in keypad. Now that is in touch screen. If the companies is been in keypad itself, no one will be attracted or like to be buying that phone. We have to update with new technology, like how it is, it's coming with screen phone, screen touch and all. And so that if any update is going on with new technology, we could we should be coming up with new technology itself, so that new product that's all, ma'am.
Okay, Tejaswin, you explained well. So when a new product comes into the market, how about the sales? Whether returns will be good, or there will be any chance or risky in the reduction of the sales and profit?
That only, ma'am. If new product is development, risk will be there. So that if the so that I told the reputation, if the company's brand is well good and so that well published, it will not that don't matter, ma'am. If they produce new product, also the customers will be like to buy that product because of his service, and that customer making the customer happy with older products.
Yeah, that's what. So if it has to earn good rate, one concept, good sales, one concept you have to understand, they should always embed with virtual product development and virtual team. So it is more comfortable for new product development. So if one starts in this way, 90% there are chances for increasing the sales and profit for new product in the market. So that one concept you have to understand along with new product development. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, rest all is fine. Okay, then take care. Stay back for a while, 5 to 10 minutes. Let us cover Abhishek's presentation. Okay.
Okay.
Abhishek.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, your USN number?
16ME070, ma'am.
16ME070. Fine. Your title?
Technological forecasting and impact.
Technological forecasting and impact. Yeah, please start.
Technological forecasting can be defined as a probabilistic prediction of technological changes in terms of future characteristics of useful machines, systems, or procedures. It is a tool which can be applied to predict the potential direction at which technology change is taking place, the rate of technological advance, and also to find the effects of technological change on processes, products, market and society, etc. The impact of technological forecasting and the different types of technological forecasting can be divided into two steps, where exploratory technological forecasting and normative. In exploratory technological forecasting, four different methods are there: intuitive method, trend exploration, technical monitoring, and growth curves. In normative forecasting, relevance tree, morphological analysis, and mission flow diagrams are there. These are the different types of technological forecasts present. And the impact of technological forecasting are different products with different features and characteristics, like superior in quality, free from pollution, safer, etc., enter into the market in a short lifespan of time. Technological developments make life easy and improve the standard of living in the society. New technologies give way for opportunities related to job and trade. Many technological changes tend to build relationships and bring people together. The key feature of social existence is the development of relation among the people in society. And technological forecasting has changed the education system and learning methods to a great extent, thereby uplifting the learning interests and abilities of people, and in turn eradicating illiteracy in the society. On the other hand, it has created changes in ethical principles and practices in the society. The government is also affected by technological change, as it has forced to form new functions and responsibilities in the form of social security measures and welfare activities. Finished, ma'am. That's all.
Okay. So related to the technology forecasting, did you refer any organization who has implemented this and how the impact on the product has been going on? Did you go through it? Anything as such?
No, ma'am. I'll go through now.
You will go through now. I told you yesterday only to just throw some light on current trends outside in any organization relevant to the topic what you're selecting. I also had explained you one paper on technology forecasting, right? So
Yes,
I hope you have listened to it. At least to that you would have told something. So obviously it helps in enhancing the quality, the time requirement, the cost, everything, and to remodify also. It is a very good technological aspect one has to follow, forecasting and how it impacts on sales and return growth. Even this is very helpful in new product also. So you should try to just justify by taking some example from any company or organization who have implemented this already. Okay, so then that completes your whole topic related to what you have selected. So
Okay,
you just go through it and conclude it later. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so please inform others, those who haven't presented, they will come up with the topic and with the presentation in the next class, because this is a part of your IA. What I will be, instead of asking you people to write the case study, I have just given you all a chance to select your own topic so that you can explain orally what you have understood with an example of industry or an organization where they have implemented, how the effect of it. That much you should be able to explain. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. It is 10:50. I've taken much of your time. I think you have your mathematics class right now, right?
Yes, ma'am. AM class. Additive
Sorry. AM class. Okay, please take care. Have a nice day. Inform others. Those who haven't presented today, they have to do it at any cost in the next classes. And everyone can share your name and title of the presentation in the Google Classroom. Fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, fine. Take care. Lokamitra, after you do the recording, kindly share me the link through my email. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Taslim, Tejasvi, and Abhishek, everyone. Bye. Take care.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.